What's the haps? I'm Meroka and welcome to Tavernier. This is going to be part of my December's narrative month content, which I did last year, I will be doing this year, and will probably continue to do so every December as long as I currently work my current job, which basically provides me no opportunity to record content easily in December. So I will be taking every opportunity to do what frankly is a little bit easier content for me to make. I can make this in advance and get this to you, and we can just sit and tell stories about running taverns in a fantasy setting. Which, yeah, that appeals because basically it sounds like it's basically a very similar premise to Valhalla. I don't think it's quite as refined as Valhalla. Valhalla had a lot of years of polish put into that, and it was a very long product. This is a much shorter, more petite experience, but nonetheless, I like running bars, so what would we like to name our tavern? Ooh, we get to name it? Oh my god, can I call it Valhalla? No, I can't do that. I will call it... I have mentioned this maybe once or twice in the past in recent history, and weirdly enough, I know my buddy Mod's been contemplating a very similar thing, but I'm going to let you in on a little thing here. I would love to run a bar in real life, and I would like it to be a gaming thing, and the name I love and would love to call it is... No, I got caps lock on, let's try to do this. The Inventory. Which I know came from... I know Poker Nights at the Inventory... kind of inspired by that, but actually when time came down to discuss what could we possibly call a bar, one of the guys in the Button Mash group who hadn't played Poker Nights at the Inventory, I think, shouted out the suggestion, what about the Inventory? And I was like, that's an amazing name, and of course I had played Poker Nights at the Inventory, and I was like, it's perfect, it's classy, it's a little bit vague enough that if you didn't know it was a gaming reference, it wouldn't kind of deter you from going in there. And if you were a massive geek, you kind of might appreciate the gaming reference. And I don't know, it just works really, really well as a tavern name. So, yes. Story mode, you won't know the consequences of your actions beforehand, which is harder. A management mode, you know the consequences of your actions beforehand, which is easier. I guess we're going to go story mode. I think basically, we've got a visual novel thing going on here, but we're also, you know, doing tavern management here, so... I guess you get a choice of which of the two you want to focus on. So I think we'll go story mode. We're here to tell stories. It's narrative month. It's not management month. So we have a new owner. Our bar is open. I've heard this music before. Is this Kevin MacLeod? I think it might actually be. You enter the tavern, smell the mix of wood and alcohol and feel at home. You might have never come here before, but even as you take your first steps, you already want to take a chair and drink a beer. There's no mistaking it, this place has been carefully designed and built with love and patience. From the cave you hear footsteps and see your uncle holding a few bags up to the main room. He was always the type to talk for hours, but he knows all about being a Tavernier. Do you want to go through the tutorial or just skip it? I should probably learn how to run a bar.
Ah, nephew, you're finally here. I hope the trip was nice. You look tired. Come, take a seat and allow me to introduce you to the place. This, my boy, is a tavern. Since you're here with me, that makes you a Tavernier. A Tavernier's job is simple, but it can be very rewarding. Greet patrons, serve them beers and meals, and that's about it. In return, you'll be paid gold. Easy, isn't it? But it gets easier. I asked a mage to enchant the counter. Up there, you'll see a few numbers that might help you with managing the tavern.
Yeah, we seem to have this sort of weird wooden fantasy till thing going on in the corner there. Okay. Oh, and stats. Oh, I see. That's what he's referring to. I saw this down there, and I was like, you got like this wooden frame, and then you just got a calculator built into it. No, we've got magic signs hung over the bar that tells us our stats. Sure.
Let's begin with the basics. The first number is the amount of gold I have, obviously. I've done quite well for myself the past years, right? I still own the place, but it will display your own riches soon enough. Next to it is how many customers you can expect to see in the coming weeks. Some just come for a beer, and some pay much more. It's all about knowing who comes and how to have them spend as much as possible. Now, the interesting part. This slider moves across according to the tavern's atmosphere. The more friendly it gets, the more it goes to the right. The more professional, the more it goes to the left. The thing is, more people will come to a friendly tavern, but only a real pro will be able to cut taxes and get better deals from suppliers. You can't be everything at once. Most Taverniers pick a side and stick to it. You should probably do the same. Alright, enough about the counter. Let's talk about the next most important thing. Interior design. I might look like a rugged and drunk Oh shoot, he was Irish? Oh man, I should have been doing an Irish voice. Alright, enough about the counter then. Let's talk about the next most important thing. Interior design. I'm kind of committed to the LeChuck voice now. No, he's gonna have to stick with being LeChuck. Damn it! If it had opened the game with your Irish uncle comes into the bar, I'd have been like, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing here. I mean, in retrospect, he does have a whole sort of a leprechaun thing going on, I guess. It's the hat mostly. But, you know, he's my uncle, he's got a big beard going on, bartender kind of thing. You know, I thought the, you know, LeChuck would fit the bill, but no. Fine. Okay. I might look like a rugged and drunk Irishman, but I tell you, the right sprinkles are what makes people come and go. Sadly, a recent tavern fight destroyed most of my possessions. If you want to keep afloat, we'd better buy something. You'll find the panel for design management here. Open it and buy some high-grade appetizers. They'll make customers spend more, netting you a fixed amount of gold each week. To buy it, simply click on the display. I'll pay for the expense, so buy only the appetizers, okay? Once you're done, it'll appear directly inside your inventory. Come back when you're done. Change decorations! Appetizers. Brings in 500 gold a week. Costs me 1,000 gold. So is that just an infinite supply of appetizers? Otherwise it doesn't seem like that's very profitable. 1,000 gold... It's not 1,000 gold a week, is it? I can't... I'm not allowed to buy anything else. He said don't buy anything else, but yeah, you can't. High-grade appetizers makes you slightly thirstier. I guess in theory that would then bring in more money because people are going to be drinking more. So it's an investment, right? Okay, okay, are we done? Cool. He's done. I'm done. Excellent! The gold you'll earn from this decoration, our decorative appetizers, should be enough to compensate taxes at least. You can't display everything you own, so make sure to equip what you want in your display boxes. Other items are useful for attracting specific people or altering the room's atmosphere. Kind of getting a reciteer kind of vibe from that, which I'm very okay with. No one has ever done reciteer as well as reciteer, and that's been out a good few years now. There's a bunch of other things that have been like, hey, you're an RPG shop owner. And they've all been terrible. Every single one of them. Actually, reciteer was the only one that ever did it well. Speaking of atmosphere, the person who brought you here is a bard I hired a long time ago. He's back there at the stand. Speak with him if you want him to play different songs. Oh, he's our jukebox. Okay, different people like different music. Tell me what's playing, you'll be able to change who wants to come into the tavern. So current choice freestyle, country music, rock music, jazz music, jazz bard. Let's get the jazz bard going. And epic music brings in wanderers. Jazz, rogues like jazz. Rogues do it from behind with a little bit of smooth yaz. Oh yeah. Apparently. Not gonna lie, leaning towards rock. Kinda, I feel like guards are probably one of the least interesting choices of people to bring into the tavern. But it's rock music, man. Can't beat that. Really don't think I want country music. It brings in folks. Now, folks might be an interesting type of people to bring in, but I think I'm going to lose my mind if I have to spend 2 hours playing this game listening to folk music. Or country music. What is epic? What is epic? This isn't bad, actually. I kind of dig epic. It's kind of got a lot of elements of music that I like in there. Yeah, I can dig epic. It brings in wanderers. Wanderers sound interesting and they got good music. Let's go with some epic music. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I have one last thing to tell you about. Selling beers isn't always going to be enough. Putting more meals on the menu is going to have some people giving you more money. Different people eat different meals and it would be too long to go over each one. I put a few reminders here and there. Hopefully you'll get the hang of it soon enough. I recently upgraded the counter with this marvelous item. It displays what kind of people come to your tavern so you can plan accordingly. Neat, huh? I set up a few menus on the counter that go buy something and show me. And it's still my money, don't get overboard either. New ingredients. Oh, wait. Yep. Grapes, roasted chicken, yogurt, and rare beer brings in more wanderers.
Yeah, let's have some rare beer. Yes. Yogurt brings in Terry Crews, apparently. Brings in rogues. Roasted chicken is for guards. Grapes bring in the folks. I guess there's like different tiers of things, so I can just like focus on only bringing wanderers. Put wine in there. Sure, let's have some... can I not... Am I not allowed to buy wine? He's not willing to foot the bill for wine, apparently. Yeah. Oh, we only allowed to buy one of them. Right. Okay, well, rare beer it is. Okay, cool. Now, we've got some appetizers, alcohol, meals, and a working counter. No substitute for experience. Let's have a week of business. Okay, start a new week. As the week progresses, you'll earn money. Then each week something happens. Patrons love to speak about their lives. Your job to hear them out. Some will come asking you questions, some will offer advice, and some will bring offers. The Tavernier, your tavern is your home, and your choices will affect the whole place, but remember you'll have to pay taxes. Don't spend it all on a whim. Trust your Tavernier instincts. So we got this guy. I need a voice for him.
Hey, hello Selkin. Heard you're gonna quit your job and give the place to your nephew.
Farm looks to you.
You're on your own, alright? Looks like Selkin knows what he's doing. You just might know what it takes to be a Tavernier. How about you give me a beer?
Ah, you're my first customer. This one's on the house. So it'll be 10 gold pieces. Do I still have all that gold to play with? Because he said that was his gold, like. But it seems like that would do me well if I could, like, spend that. I could get things up and running. Yeah, let's make friends with this guy. You're my first customer. This one's on the house.
Free beer. Nice. I'll tell my friends about your generosity.
+2 cool. Oh, yeah. Nice. We cool.
Sometimes being friends with someone or displaying a specific decoration will open up special answers. Those are usually better and are shown in yellow rather than the usual boring black.
Number of customers this week. Pretty balanced. And we gained Wanderers, pretty good. And we gained... Oh, the Wanderers ate meals because we had rare beer in, so they brought in more money. Nice. Provision for next week. Wanderers are likely to be up 3%. Is it the heart of your job? You'll see this kind of summary a lot, so let's take a couple of minutes to make sure you know how to use it.
First lines are about who came to your tavern. Since you're new Tavernier, your patrons will come equally from different groups. That will change soon.
As you can see, you have 100 clients, which makes around 25 of each group. That's how much each person paid on average. See the little picture there? That's the bonus you get from the meal you bought earlier. Okay. And patrons fed with appropriate meals will always spend more, but you can only have 5 of them on the menu at any time. Also noticed during my years that having more expensive meals doesn't net you more gold. It's only a matter of how many different meals you have in the same category. Okay. Interesting. So if we can unlock higher tier food, it's only beneficial to us if we have the lower tier of that food as well. So wine is only useful to us if we have rare beer. Otherwise, just serving wine but not rare beer isn't useful. Fair enough. That just makes it more expensive for us and doesn't bring in any extra money. Here's the most important number, profits. A clear number of how much more you have than last week. Let's dig into how this is determined. I made 275. Woo! We made a profit on our first week. That's good. That doesn't happen for many businesses. Well, first we had all the income from customers in this subtotal. Then we calculate taxes. Taxes, 500 flat, 275, 50% of the subtotal. So we pay... Right. Okay. That's quite a lot. So it's 500 plus... Oh, we got another 500 there from somewhere. What's that from? I'm not sure where that's come from. But yeah. I was going to say, if that's 550 and we're paying 500 flat plus half of all of our money, that's... Yeah, the taxes is 775. We only brought 550 in, except for the fact that there's this here for some reason. When calculate taxes, each week you have to pay 500 gold pieces plus half of your week's benefit. I know it's a lot, but that's the price for being at the core of such a beautiful town. Income from decorations and direct payments or expenses aren't always taxed, so they have a separate column. These appetizers will always give you 500 no matter what. So, alright, so appetizers just cover taxes. Oh, he did say that, actually. That the income from this will cover taxes. So basically it's just half of all the money we make goes to tax now. And you have it. Profits are customer income minus taxes plus other benefits. Lastly, here's a review of how your customer base changes during the week and what to expect for next week. Neat. One important thing to remember, our customers things often work in pairs. If something is supposed to turn away folks and attract guards, it won't work if you don't have a single folk already. Okay, right, hang on. If something is supposed to turn away folks and attract guards, it won't work if you don't have any folk. So, I guess, does it not attract guards as well? Does it just not have any function at all? Some events will affect everyone, but those are rare, and so will the bard, but he's just one man. Reaching 100% of one type of client is hard, but optimizing meals and decorations becomes much easier. Okay. There's my gold. He's taken all the gold.
I should get going. You'll soon be the talk of everyone and friends you can't even imagine right now. A Tavernier's life is hard work. I'm getting old and tired. I'm leaving to see the world before it's too late. After all, in just 52 weeks... Oh, wait, I shouldn't speak about it. Forget it! The trip is going to be expensive, so you'll have to make your own riches. Bah. Here, take these extra funds for listening to my ramblings. And the key to the cave. We shall stock all supplies here you might find it useful. And don't forget to pay your taxes or the town will close the tavern. And we don't want that, do we? Now, rambling again. Sorry. Good luck, nephew. Don't forget to enjoy your new life.
200 gold. And with that, he's gone. You're on your own now. Don't forget that you can access the options and save load from the cashier. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Okay. Right, we get to manage our thing. Buy new ingredients. What can I buy? I can buy yogurt to bring in rogues. Oh, I can't buy wine. I can't afford wine. Okay, that's good. Change decorations. What else have we got available to us? Don't know. Folks plus 5%. What we got going on? Wanderers 5% per week, folks minus 5% per week, buy me for 100 gold. Okay, I got Poultry Bane. I guess that's a decoration. And 4,000 unlocks another slot. Right. So we're going to turn away the folks a little bit, because they don't like us slaughtering their chickens. But the Wanderers love to slaughter chickens. So that's fine. Brings in 1,000 gold a week, buy me for 3,000 gold. Probably not a bad one to have, but I need 4,000 for the extra slots. Actually, I could probably just replace the appetizers, I suppose. Alignment, +2 professional, +2 cool. I guess we're going to keep the alignment fairly... Oh, I see. Cool is friendly. Right. Because at the first they were like, oh, it's professional versus friendly. But then when I got that +2 cool, it was alignment cool. Okay. You are so cool that you have 1% more customers. Right. But I guess if it swings the other way, everything starts getting cheaper, but you don't get as many customers. Well, I'd rather have more customers. I'm going to make this friendly. It's customers +1 per week for 5,000 gold. You don't get many. There's a lot of things to buy, and you only get to pick 3 of them. It's going to be kind of... That feels like that's going to be kind of limiting. I don't know... Ooh, an hourglass? A slow one of that. Maybe in a few weeks I'll see how much time is left in it. Oh, is this hourglass like the entire... measurements of the entire game? Upgrade furniture. Current furniture gives you 0 extra customers. If you buy the next level, you'll get 20 more. Would you like to buy the next level for... lose? Oh, I thought it said lose there. I was like, you can lose it or buy it. No, close. Into the cave. Oh, what's in the cave? I am hungry. Buy new ingredients. I can do that from the bar. Well, do I want to bring other guys in? I don't know. I mean, I suppose I should put some of the other ones out, because, I mean, it just makes more money from those characters, right? So, I'm turning away the folks a little bit by the decor, but I'm not turning away guards and rogues, so those ones would actually be alright, which I have out there. So... Turn to the tavern. I'm not sure why that cave's there, actually. All the interfaces that you can change decoration there, you can change the food here. The cave's actually completely superfluous, I think. Alright, let's start a new week.